Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Today is February 23rd, Tuesday, and the year, what's the year? 2021. So today's message is really, I just read it and I had to giggle because I'm like, of course, it was perfect. I'm recording this Monday morning, but it's so often that I flip to a day that we're covering, and it's just perfect. And the book itself can do the exact same thing for you if you have it. If you get it on Amazon, the link is in the description. But you can pick up the book and flip to any day. It's for me, it's just like kind of like a fortune cookie. It's like a message from the universe that you need to hear in that moment. And I've gotten so much feedback from people saying that that's exactly what happened, that it was the perfect message for them and it got them back on track. Whew. And it was just 1:11 there on time. Okay, so pick that up. You can also pick up the 30 Days to Manifest Your Success journal. That's a lot of words. Pick that up, and where you can focus on something for 30 days at a time. It's a 3-month journal. It just gives a space for you to keep track of meditation. And then basically the 3 things that I do a lot is meditate, visualize, and then write. And when I focus on a particular area of my life in that way, usually within 7 days, it's just amazing, the results. So pick those up, and if you have them, I would love to hear a review. Go over to Amazon and give me a review. That'd be great. Okay, so let's get started because this is a good one. February 23rd, set your vibration in the morning and watch your day go according to it. Another sentence that probably needs to be edited. So anyway, okay, set your vibration in the morning and watch your day go according to it. Okay. Excuse me. I feel like my voice is like nasally today. I don't know what that's about. I have to go do some errands, go down all the way down to kind of central Phoenix. It's about 80 miles for me, and to pick up something and then come right back. So I'm excited for it though. I like driving. I like Phoenix for the most part, and doing things. So so this morning, I woke up. For the longest time, I would wake up in the morning and immediately have a thought of something that came to me. And it's like Abraham or my inner being, it's that sort of thought of something to realize. So this morning I woke up. As soon as I woke up, I had this thought that said, get ahead of it. I think that's what it said. Get ahead of it. Like Abraham Hicks says, pre-paving is getting ahead of it, right? Getting ahead of things coming. So like if you're going to meet some people and they tend to not be the most positive people, you can get ahead of it by like pre-paving, setting the vibration, the intention of how you would like that meeting to go, and allow those people to show up that way. Because people show up the way we expect them to show up. And so often we expect certain things from certain people. Sometimes we know a really positive person and we just expect them to be that way, right? Because that's who we see them as. And then there's negative people that we're like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this person. They're always so awful, and most of the time that person shows up as being awful, but that's just one little piece of who they are, right? We're just multifaceted humans. So we could show up in any way, right? So this morning I thought of that. So, and one of the reasons I did is a couple nights ago, before I went to bed, I I went to the bathroom and I had a thought that was, I think I said it out loud to myself. I would really like it if I would wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow needing to go to the bathroom. And so the reason why I thought that is because for like several nights in a row, I was waking up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock to use the bathroom. And that really annoys me. I hate that. So a couple nights ago, I had that intention. Like that's what I would like to happen. And I'm really good about setting my clock. Like it's my inner being, right? Let's just cut to the chase here. It's my inner being that I can say, okay, I need to get up at 6 o'clock, or I'd like to get up at 6 a.m. So I don't, so I rarely ever set an alarm unless it's really important for me to wake up, like airport appoint, or, airport or work or something that I really have to get up at that time. Then I'll set an alarm as like a backup, but my inner being wakes me up. Like I could say a particular time and I would wake up like any time, any minute of the hour, does not matter. I could almost guarantee that I would wake up many days at the exact same time. So just by my intention saying, yeah, this is what I want. Your inner being will wake you up in some way. In some way, like your bladder is full, your dog or cat, jumps on you, the doorbell rings, the phone rings, anything to wake you up. And so I had that intention. So yesterday morning, I woke up right at 7. That was the first time I woke up in the morning, and I had to use the bathroom. It was perfect time to wake up. And I was just like, oh, that's so good. I love when that happens. I love when I set the intention and then I wake up at that time. It's happened a million times. I can't even tell you. So how do you get to that point? You stop saying like, oh, I sleep in all the time. I can never get up. I have a hard time waking up, blah, blah, all this garbage, right? It's just garbage. It's just stuff that humans say, right? And I used to do that. I hear it constantly from other people in various ways, forms, right? About everything. It's just like, if you would just at least stop saying it, you have a really good chance of stop doing it. So this morning I woke up and I said, get ahead of it. So I laid there and I was thinking about today, like the morning unfolding, because a lot of things are happening today. A lot of things, a lot of things consecutively. I'm, super scheduled. So I have like 1 hour right now before I have to leave the house. So I need to get my podcast done. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I have to jump in the car, I have to drive to one store to pick up a bunch of things. And then I have to drive down to Phoenix. And I've got it all planned out time-wise because I have to get back up here by a certain time. It's not life or death, but it's like me like liking to plan a time and then be back at that time. There's so often like I'll pick my husband up and I'll like think of a time that I'm going to roll in, and I will look at the clock when I'm rolling into the parking lot and it's the exact same time. Like I have a feeling like this morning I thought I'm going to roll in at 3:33. I've done that before, 3:33. And here I am, I'm really good with timing. I've said this before, like one time before, that I made perfect timing from Phoenix to, where was I going? Ventura, California. That's like 7.5 hours, 8 hours, somewhere in there. Not, and I came in at the perfect time. Like everywhere, I just became like in tune with my timing. Like timing is everything. And I don't rush unless I feel like I have to rush for some moment, right? I chill out. I just really know that everything is working out perfectly. And when you have that knowing, you can really chill out and enjoy. You enjoy the journey. And then you roll in at the exact same time. You're like, God, that is so incredible. Like that just, that was my major confirmation in life, that trip to California. that I rolled in. It just perfect. It was the perfect timing, as I said I was going to, and it blew my mind. Literally, it really did, because it was like 7 hours and 45 minutes or something. That was my thought, and I rolled in exactly, and I was just like, Jesus, that's really good. I'm really good at timing, with like getting somewhere. And the more that it happens, the more I affirm it, the more I accept that as my identity, right? The more that it just constantly happens. I'm just really good. Like, are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm affirming. I say I'm reaffirming the positive aspect of myself that I really enjoy. I love being on time. I love being perfectly on time, especially if it's just my mind, like me saying I'm going to roll in at 3:33. No one else needs to know that. My husband will know when I roll in at that. I have no idea if I will today, but it was an idea, and it'll be really fun because that'll be pretty much exactly when he walks out. So anyway, but that stuff is a lot of fun for me. That's just so much fun to have a thought and like, yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then I do it, and it just unfolds perfectly the whole day for that to occur. And I don't stress. I never stress about these things anymore. Like, none of this. It's just the way it is. So you get to the point of, this is just the way it is for me in all the areas, right? Just one by one, you just become this person that you want to become. Does that make sense? So it's all about creating that new identity of all the aspects that you really want to have. Okay, so the whole getting ahead of it is setting your vibration in the morning. So I got up, so I was laying there and I was thinking of all the things unfolding today and how I would like them to unfold, how I expect them to unfold, because they're very simple things to do today, but it's just all timing. And just deciding on a few things of what I want to get done based on priority, what feels like, yeah, I got to get this done. And then I did that for the week of like how I would like the rest of this week to unfold. Just like saying, I want to get up. I would like to get up at 7 a.m. to use the bathroom. That would be really cool. Same thing. I would like to, do all these things this week. And it really feels like a good week. So set your vibration in the morning and watch your day go according to it. So far today, everything's going really nicely, like really nicely. Timing wise, like I'm ahead of the schedule. Things are just flowing perfectly, better than I expected, which is great. Because the universe can always surprise you and make you realize, oh yeah, our plan is better, Heather, in little ways here. So I got up after doing that and I went and meditated. So I went into the meditation room and I just was breathing. I was counting my breaths, breathing, relaxing, and I started twitching. Now this happens most of the time when I meditate, but I start twitching and like I'll nod my head, and I felt like I definitely was in communication with source, right? With whatever's here, right? And just confirmation, and like my head would what's that called? Nod. And it feels really good. I feel like every time I twitch, like, because Abraham says that, they do a lot of things like scratch, get the sensation to scratch our nose or to sneeze or to cough or, what was it? What was it if you need to breathe? I forgot that one. I don't know why I'm like nasal today. That's really odd for me. Oh, yawn. They make us yawn when we need more air, when we need more oxygen. We get that sensation, that impulse to yawn. And they say they do that when we need more oxygen. Isn't that cool? It's really cool. So in meditation, a lot of times if you're meditating and really connecting, you will twitch or you'll move a leg or you move a foot or your hand or something. You'll move. And I feel like every time I move, it's like releasing more resistance. And it's just this confirmation of being one. So I did that, and then I did my usual morning, which I took the last 2 mornings off because I just wasn't feeling it, and I just had to be okay with it because I don't like being like, well, I committed for the year, blah blah blah, and it's like, you have to be more fluid than that, Heather. You have to be fluid with everything. If you just don't feel it, don't make yourself do it. And be okay with that. Like, there's a lot of bubbles on my habit tracker the last week that were not filled in, where 2 weeks ago every single bubble was filled in. And so I'm noticing this little thing of, okay, some days I just don't feel it, and then the next day I do, and it's not a big deal. That's just the way it is, because personally I don't like monotony, so I'm good with it. So anyway, 'cause every day is a different day. Like, some days you just don't feel like the things that you normally do, and you feel like doing something else. And to just go with the flow, go with what feels like something you want to do. Um, so, like, yesterday was the first day I didn't walk at all. Treadmill wasn't even on, my desk treadmill. And so this morning, it was like right before I took my shower, I got on. I've walked for, I think, looking at it, it's 18 minutes already that I've been on the treadmill today. Yesterday I did nothing, and I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. And I moved on. It's like nothing to beat myself up over. Okay, so then I did my 2021 list, right? My manifestation list. And what I decided to do on that, after listening to an Abraham this weekend, of like, there was this baseball player who was in the hot seat. And, oh, sorry. I thought I'm hearing something outside. And I'm looking at the clock, and it says 11:11, and the date today for Monday is 22:22, right? That's pretty nice. Okay, I am expecting a package, so my massage table is coming today. Anyhow, this baseball player was in the hot seat, and he was working, I don't know how long ago this was, obviously, but he was heading towards what's it called? Major leagues. So he was, and basically, like Abraham was saying, you get to decide when you're ready. It has nothing to do with the coaches or anyone else around you. You decide when you're ready to go major. And they said, you're ready. Isn't that cool? First of all, take that in. Like, that's really cool, right? You get to decide when you're ready. Because a lot of times we jump into things when we know that we're not ready. And then we have all this fear and doubt and all this. But if you get yourself ready, right? What's that called? Get ready to be ready? Get yourself ready. Study, practice, whatever it is that makes you feel confident that you're ready, you will be ready. Does that make sense? Because a lot of people just want to jump into everything and have this quantum leap and into the next thing when they're not ready. Excuse me, but you have to believe that you're ready. If you don't believe you're ready, the universe is like, no one else is going to think you're ready either. You're not. Vibrationally, you're not there. Nice, right? Okay, so that was the first thing. And so he's like, oh, awesome, right? That's great. You get to decide. It's not anyone else around you. They will decide when you decide. Isn't that awesome? Like, crap, that's like a whole episode right there, right? Okay, part 2 on this was he also wants a relationship. So what does he do? Like, does he need to do one and then the other? Or can he do both at the same time? Or what? And so when you're in the hot seat, Abraham says that what they're saying to the person in the hot seat is for them. It's also for us, but it's more for that person. So when they direct somebody to like the path of least resistance, it's the path of their least resistance in that moment, vibrationally. So for the rest of us listening in, it may be ours as well. It may be just a nice idea. It might be another component of understanding. You know what I mean? Like, it's that person's path of least resistance. So what Abraham was telling him was basically, for him, the path of least resistance is to focus on his major league career first. Okay, so there's a lot of us who want to do everything all at the same time, right? And there's a lot of people that think that they got to do one thing at a time. Whatever. So, I have this 2021 list and I have all kinds of things on it. However, and I do love all of them. I love all of the things on there, but it's a lot of things. And occasionally I look at my schedule and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do these other things. I don't know how I'm going to write a book every month and sell a ton of real estate and do all these loan signings and all these other business things and my podcast and, all of these things, right? and then I always I'm like, well, it'll just happen, right? Well, your focus is your superpower. So you have to focus really, you have to put your focus on the thing that is most important to you in the moment. So what they told him is the relationship is in his vortex. That is happening for him. However, his major league career has more momentum in his vortex. It's what he's been working towards his whole entire life, right? That's been his sole focus of his life, is his major league career, right? I'm sure since he was a little kid, the batting cages, right? Major momentum, and he's ready. Okay, so for him, path of least resistance is just keep focusing on that. They said, we're not telling you that you are not able to focus on all kinds of things at the same time, because you are. But for you in this situation, focus here first. And then you'll get the relationship. Because he was wondering about that. Can he do both? Does he have to focus on one? Does he have to give up the other one? Whatever, right? And it's not giving up. It's focusing on one until until it's strong, until it becomes a thing, right? Becomes his reality. And then he's good, right? Then he can kind of ride the momentum in major league. And then the relationship will come in. So I was listening to that and I'm like, okay, there's something here for me. I could feel it. And I was thinking, okay, what is where my most momentum is? It's in these two things, mortgage, real estate right now. It's not about writing books, because I really truly believe that those will come after I obtain more success, right? More success that I'm creating. Those will just come as a byproduct. I'm just talking now. I didn't think this yet, but those will just happen as I manifest more of what I'm, intending. The books will come as a natural byproduct. They will be they're there. They're in my vortex. They're there. But my momentum is right here. My passion's right here where I've been for the last few months. Because the book thing kind of stresses me out a little bit, because it's where am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Where's the time? I don't even know. I haven't even been writing lately. And that was a concern. I'm not even writing. I took a break. So I've been solely focused on these two businesses that I'm excited to be a part of. I've got so many marketing ideas this morning in the shower. I've been coming up with these ideas just for a lot of fun. And that's what Abraham teaches us, to do the marketing part for fun. And so I was in the shower this morning thinking of this continuation of marketing for my real estate, and it was really fun. It was exciting. And then I come out and I tell my husband right away. And as I'm telling him the story, a bunny runs past my window. Well, the universe gives us signals all the time when we're on the right track. Well, bunnies represent my grandmother, and they also represent abundance. But bunnies have always been my grandmother's sign of being here. But it's also the universe accentuating or punctuating what I'm excited about. So I went over to the window. I'm like, hey, bunny, hey, universe, thank you for the confirmation, because I'm excited about this. And when you're excited, when you have great ideas, when you're just yes, that sounds like so much fun. I have never had more fun ideas of marketing in my life as I have the past couple of months. When I was a coach, this marketing stuff was not fun. I did not find a single, well, I don't want to say that. That sounds powerful, but I didn't have this much fun. I didn't. So I'm definitely on the right track here. There's a lot of momentum here. There's a lot of ideas. I'm excited. It's like, the momentum is here. So my 2021 list, I just took the major pieces that I really am excited about and I let go of the rest. I think it ended up being 7 instead of like 11 or 12. Just didn't care about the other ones. They're there. They are definitely still there. They'll unfold over time. Not that important to me, but these other things are. So, and I also like the house that we've been, manifesting. I actually, when I'm looking at the real estate in the town that I'm going to go sell in, there are some, it's like the most amazing town in all of Arizona. But when I pull up listings, I'm in awe. I just keep sending them to Roger. I'm just like, there's some really cool shit out there. They're tucked away in the mountains and behind gates and stuff where you can't get to just super easily. Not all of them. Most houses aren't like that. But when they're like mountainside, like you don't see everything from the street. You don't see everything that's up there. And then of course, like everything looks better like from inside or closer up, right? There's some really cool stuff in there that's a whole lot even less expensive than, or less, pricey or whatever. So I left that a little bit more open today of like, because the house that we want, right, has been on the market for 2 years, came off the market twice, is not on the market, and I think it's overpriced. I'm starting to think it is now that I'm looking at other houses. And I'm like, well, the house hasn't sold in 2 years. Since she built it, the original builder, she owns it and she lives there. She has not sold it in 2 years. She originally started it at $22 million. And then at the last time it ended, right at New Year's, she pulled it off the market and it was, 13 million. And it still hasn't sold. And now I'm starting to think, well, what they say, typically if a house doesn't sell, it's overpriced, I guess, right? Possibility. It's a possibility. I don't know. I'm not, I don't have the comps yet. I don't have the access just yet. But looking at some other houses yesterday, I'm like, whoa, you can get a whole lot more. Whole lot, not more square footage, but more like really cool shit. So anyway, so I left that open-ended. I said, we moved into our perfect house in PV. That's what I wrote and how it feels. Now, my feeling words, if you've been following me, I've been writing these as if these were already done for 2021. Like we're in December and these things happen and it's really cool and I'm sharing it. And then I started writing I feel. The I feel statements are the most important part of it, I think. It's like, yeah, you know what you want. The universe knows what you want, but how do you feel? 2 words keep coming up today. From Friday when things were manifesting, how did I feel? I felt excited and happy. That was the major theme of Friday. Excited and happy. And so I wrote those with nearly every manifestation, that I feel excited. Like that's how I feel when I start manifesting cool stuff. Like I feel excited. Like I'm pumped. I'm like, yes, this is so cool. I'm so happy. So excited and happy are those 2 words, 2 feelings that I'm going to focus more on. I'm going to focus on more excitement and more happiness, because if that's how I'm going to feel when I manifest some cool shit, right? Then if I feel that now, it's just faster to manifest, right? I'm setting my vibration, right? As our statement says today, set your vibration in the morning and watch your day go according to it. Terrible grammar. I think I need an English major as my copy editor. But See, set the day. Set the day. So when you wake up in the morning, so set the intention before you go to bed. Like, I would like to get up at whatever, 6 a.m. and I am going to have some really great sleep. It's going to be sound. Oh, it's going to be so comfortable. It's going to be a great night's sleep. Set your intention for the night. Wake up. You're going to notice that you wake up at the time that you intended to, and then lay there. Feel good about where you're laying in bed. And then think about how you want to feel today and the things that you would like to do, and just basically, either the day or how you'd like to feel today. Like, I would like to have more fun things today. I'd like to laugh more today. I would like to just have so much more fun. Stuff like that. Very general, right? So then you get up, go meditate, go relax. I know you just slept, but relax, let go of resistance, feel good. Then do some kind of, visualization, writing, any of these things that I've mentioned. Do those and then go have fun for the rest of your day, right? Okay, guys. I've been like out of breath today. So I got to go. Oh, yes, I do. I'm looking at the clock. I've got 20 minutes. No rush, right? I got 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go have lots of fun running my errands, doing cool stuff, maybe meeting some cool people, being happy, fun, excited, just excited for what's unfolding, excited for the amazing life that is right in front of me. And it's right in front of you too. So practice. Remember the other day we talked about practicing being happy, practice feeling happy, practice feeling excited. Because, that's the thing. And I remember this on Friday. I remembered this on Friday. This is why it's so important right now. Because when stuff I've been waiting for came through, I felt excited. Like, how you're trying to figure out how you're going to feel when this thing that you want manifests. And a lot of times it is kind of hard to know how you're going to feel, truly. So, think about the things that you have manifested or, that you're about to manifest, whatever that you've been waiting for, and it comes through. See how you feel and really take that in and make a mental note of like, okay, this is exciting. Movement, manifestation, things unfolding, super exciting. It's so much fun, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.